Okay, good evening. Welcome back. So, what is our discussion, students? That we are discussing the chemical reactions of alcohols and phenols.
Hmm.
And our today mainly we will be discussing reactions today involving cleavage of carbon oxygen bond. You have
Yes, sir.
alcohol students. We are talking of the cleavage of this carbon oxygen bond.
Hmm.
Earlier, we have already discussed the cleavage of the oxygen-hydrogen bond, which was the acidic properties of alcohols and phenols, and many questions were solved by you. Which is more acidic, which is less acidic, is an important question. So, reaction involving cleavage of oxygen bond takes place, and when what will happen when you react alcohol students? First reaction which we are talking is the reaction with HX in the presence of ZnCl2.
Yes, sir.
That is when alcohol students reacts with hydrogen halides in the presence of ZnCl2. If I take concentrated HCl students, then what is the product? We are saying that RCl plus H2O. So these are what we are getting, alkyl halides or haloalkanes. This is important reaction because I told you this is called concentrated HCl plus ZnCl2. This is called
Yes,
Lucas
sir.
reagent for exam.
Yes, sir.
What is Lucas reagent students? Lucas reagent is concentrated HCl and ZnCl2. And this is also called Lucas reagent test. Lucas reagent test is important, has been asked.
Hmm.
What is it used for students? This test is used for to distinguish primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. Students,
Yes, sir.
important. If you are given three alcohols, one is primary, other is secondary, tertiary, they will ask you distinguish. How will you distinguish? We can use Lucas reagent test. What will you do,
Yes,
students?
sir.
To the you have three alcohols. Each alcohol you will add concentrated HCl and zinc chloride. What is the result?
Yes, sir.
You are getting alkyl halides, as you can see, chlorides, and this is a type of turbidity which is appears in the solution.
Yes, sir.
What is this? This is something called turbidity. You can see some white color or turbidity in the test tube when we will add HCl concentrated in the presence of zinc chloride to the alcohols. But the
Yes, sir.
important point is that students, in case of tertiary alcohols, 3 degree,
Yes, sir.
immediate turbidity appears. Immediate turbidity appears. The reaction is very fast. In the case
Yes, sir.
of secondary or 2 degree alcohol students, it will take about 15 minutes. It's a slow reaction.
Yes, sir.
And turbidity will appear only after some period of time. You may have to
Yes, sir.
little bit. And in the case of primary 1 degree alcohols, no turbidity will be appearing at room temperature.
Yes, sir.
No turbidity at room temperature. So we can distinguish three types of alcohol. So in this case, you already know, student, that we have discussed in the chapter of the haloalkanes, for the preparation of haloalkanes, that the order of reactivity is students 3 degree, more than 2 degree, more than 1 degree, because the reaction proceeds
Yes,
with
sir.
carbocation mechanism. So you know that 3
Hmm.
degree carbocation is more stable than 2 degree, and 2 degree carbocation is more stable than 1 degree, which we have discussed. So this can be used as a test, students, and is important test for distinguishing. We
Yes,
have
sir.
discussed this in the haloalkanes or alkyl halide chapter. If you are interested, you can go back to that video and watch it. Okay, so what's important, because this is important, therefore we have discussed it. Glucose reagent test. Now you are
Yes, sir.
with glucose reagent test. What it is used for? Distinguishing questions are given in the paper, so depends on the examiner what type of distinguishing they can ask.
Mm-hmm.
Further, we already have done in the chapter of the alkyl halides preparation or haloalkane, students, when we reaction of alcohols with phosphorus trihalides, and also you have seen a reaction with thionyl chloride, all these reaction PCl5.
Yes, sir.
What happened? The alcohols are converted into, students, RCl with all these methods. We are not discussing, we have already discussed these methods in the
Uh,
preparation of haloalkanes, so we can go back and see those videos which are there. This involves the breaking of this R O bond, carbon oxygen bonds is broken, students, and you are able to get the Cl here. These reactions are already been done. Okay, we are going proceeding further, student. The most important question we are coming, an important point. Dehydration of alcohol, student, is important question. What do you mean by dehydration, students? What is the meaning of dehydration?
mm,
Dehydration means D means loss of water. There will be loss of water.
yes, sir.
And what happens if there will be loss of water, student? What is going to happen? What do you think? This is our alcohol. This is going to be lost. This will go. Then what will be the product, student? What will be the product? You will get alkenes. So minus water, loss of water. Loss of water means what? OH and H will leave. The result will be this. Then who will be able to do it? If you heat it with concentrated H2SO4, student,
Mm,
temperature is important here, 443 Kelvin. Temperature is important, or you can use 85%, student, H3PO4. H3PO4, they
yes,
are
sir.
all dehydrating agent, student, 440 Kelvin, 440 Kelvin. So you can use H3PO4, or you can use concentrated H2SO4, and they are dehydrating agents. Acid. You know, sulphuric acid is a good dehydrating agent. It can remove, absorb water from this. And students, the ease of dehydration,
Mm,
again, 3 degree, more than 2 degree, more than 1 degree. This is important, student. The rate is this. Tertiary alcohols will undergo dehydration faster than secondary and then primary students. For example,
yes, sir.
the question which has been asked many times, student. Okay, let me make it tertiary. What is the question which was given in the paper? So I am producing it before you. There was a question on the student CH3,
Mm,
CH3. This is question answers are important to see what type of questions are given in the paper, student. What they wrote: 20% H3PO4, 358 Kelvin. You have to write the product, student.
yes, sir.
Complete. You have 30 seconds or 1 minute to answer the question, because such questions are given in the paper, student. This is a good question for the paper they have been asking. is example of dehydration of the alcohol. Student, dehydration of the alcohol. What product we will be getting in this case? They asked to write the product and give the IUPAC name. Write question, write the product and IUPAC name of the product.
I'm doing, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the answer?
Uh,
CH3C double bond. You will get an alkene, students.
yes, sir.
OH and H will leave. So what will be the left out, student? Plus H2O. We need not write this. What will be the IUPAC name of this compound? How it happens? You can see that. What is the story? You can take all those three are equal. All these three are equal.
Yes, sir.
What is the IUPAC name of this? 1, 2, 3. This is 2-methyl. Methyl, student. If I consider this, that's 3. Then what is happening? This is my OH, student. Then what is going to happen? You can see that you have to remove water. This has to be out. Then what will happen? This will become a double bond. So OH minus H2O. What will happen? This and this will become a double bond. And what is the IUPAC name of this then? This is your 2-methyl. What is the IUPAC name of this? 2-methyl propan 2-ol. What will be this then? Or if I put it like this, put it anyway. What is this?
Yes, sir.
2-methyl propene.
Yes, sir.
So this is important example how the questions are put on the dehydration of alcohols. Tertiary alcohols, you will find that they are undergoing dehydration when even oil react or pass through them on the surface of the copper, which reaction are at 300 Kelvin temperature. Again, this type of reaction takes place. Elimination of water, loss of water, dehydration. Note it down.
Writing, sir.
Okay. Just try to show you how the reactions you have to work out on paper, students. You can see the loss of water, the loss of water. You can use any of them. The answer will be same because all the three are equal.
Yes, answer.
Okay. Another question which is given many times 2 years back in the CBSE, they have given a question. Write the mechanism. Write the mechanism of dehydration of ethanol. Dehydration of
Ethanol.
H plus in acidic medium. Acid. Concentrated H2SO4. Now you have to write the mechanism.
Yes, sir.
Important question. This mechanism involves 3 steps. Student, earlier also we have discussed such a mechanism. Important question for the paper. This was asked students 2 years back. 2 marks. I will give you 1 minute only. Then I will proceed to answer the question. You can try. You can use. Because more you try yourself, more it helps you in the paper because you have to think, students. When you start thinking, start working on the questions, understanding the questions, it is important. Then it helps you writing the steps.
Yes, sir.
So we have to write the mechanism of this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are given 1 minute. There will be 3 steps. Student, 3 steps. You see, without acid,
Hmm.
the reaction doesn't take place. What is the formula of ethanol? You should know that. You are given CH3, CH2, OH. This is our ethanol. Unless H plus is present, reaction doesn't take place.
Huh.
We have already discussed about the alcohols, how they can be nucleophiles or electrophiles. The protonation of alcohol is important. Unless protonation take place, student, this reaction is not going to take place. So the step 1 involves student formation of protonated alcohol.
Hmm.
Protonated alcohol. This is the first thing that will happen. Important. H plus is acting as a catalyst. It will come back in the last step and it will not be consumed. But without this, reaction is not going to proceed, students.
Hmm.
So what and how it works, you already know, student. What is the result of this CH3? This we have told you. There are 2 lone pairs of electrons on the oxygen, student. If H plus will come, then what will happen? This lone pair will immediately attack this H plus lone pair of electron. Where it will go? H plus. It will take the H plus, and this is going to be very fast, student, because here there is a lone pair of electron and H plus is hungry for the electrons. It is not having electrons. The result of
Yes,
this
sir.
will be that, students, you have seen in other cases also protonation takes place. And then there is a plus charge on the oxygen. This is called protonated. What do you call this, student? Protonated alcohol.
Okay, sir.
But the important point is oxygen is having a positive charge here, but oxygen is never going to be happy with positive charge because oxygen is an electronegative element.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, it will try to get electrons from some place, or it is not going to be stable. It is not a stable situation.
Hmm.
So then step 2, student, that is why we have added acid, because once protonation takes place, the water is a good living group. It can immediately leave. Oxygen is in need of electrons. It can take these electrons. It can take these electrons. It will snatch these electrons and leave as water. Water is a
Hmm.
very good living group. And the result will be the formation of the carbocation, student, formation of the carbocation. So the second step
Yes, sir.
is the slowest step. And that is what we call as a rate determining step in every reaction. In the chemical kinetics, we told you, students, rate determining step is the slowest step in every
Hmm.
reaction. And
Okay,
that is
sir.
also the rate determining step. And this will be the formation of carbocation, student. This involves formation of carbocation. This is
Time.
how we learn organic chemistry, student. Reaction is easy, not difficult, but if you understand, then you can do it. This is positive.
Okay,
Water,
sir.
I said, this will take the electrons. These are 2 electrons. It will take the electrons here, student. And the result of this is what? CH3,
Yes, sir.
CH2 plus. And this water is a good living group. It leaves. It's a good living group.
Okay, sir. Hmm.
Because the group has to leave. If it is good living group, then it will leave easily because oxygen needs electron. It takes it and leaves as a water. Then step 3, students, this is a positive charge. Then what
Yes,
will
sir.
you have? H, H, H. Here you have positive charge, student. And carbon having a positive charge is not a stable situation, not a stable situation. So what it will try to do? It will try to take, you see, electrons from somewhere near it. And at the same time, there is a lot of water which is present in the reaction. You have water. You have this water, students.
Hmm.
And what will happen then? There is a positive charge. It is in search of somewhere the electron may come. So this, what will happen then? This water will abstract this proton, students, and this will go here. This bond
Yes, sir.
shifting here, and water takes this H plus. The result of this will be what, student? What will be the result of that? If water takes this proton, this step 3 involves what we say abstraction of the proton. Abstraction of the proton, students.
Mm.
The result of this will be what? You will get CH, it becomes a double bond, and then this H plus goes with the water. So acid is regenerated back, acid goes back,
Yes, sir.
and you will get ethene. So this is a mechanism, 3-step mechanism. If students would write this, they will get 2 marks in the examination.
Okay, sir.
Note down, student, important question for this year also for the exam. I'm telling you,
Yes, copy.
mechanism is always given in the paper. Earlier also we have discussed a mechanism. These reactions are proceeding through formation of a carbocation, as you can see. And 3 steps, they are not difficult. Protonation, formation of carbocation, elimination of the H plus. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, students, you should be very confident. In our case, our interactions with the students is clear. Question, answer, and try
Yes, sir.
to explain and understanding the steps of the every reaction. Steps of the reaction should be understood, and then we should be able to write ourselves in the paper. That is our objective.
Okay.
And our objective is students can get 100 out of 100 marks if they are very paying full attention and practicing. But if you have taken the lecture and forgotten, then again the trouble starts. So I say revise your materials. Any difficulty, you have lectures in YouTube, watch them again, revise, write down yourself. No problem. No problem.
Yes, sir.
All our lectures are coming on inorganic, also in physical chemistry. There are plenty of question answers discussed in every lecture. They are must to be for every student because most of the questions are coming from that. I'm telling you. You will see them. I can proceed further, students.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Noted. Okay, so far so good. Keep on interacting with me, students. So our energy level will be high. We must maintain energy while we are studying, students, or we will be just, our brain will go to rest. And that should be rest only in the night, not while we are studying.
Yes, sir.
While we are working, focus, concentrate, pay attention, and note down each and every step. Every word I write has a meaning and can be a question in the paper. I'm again and again telling in every lecture. You can watch my
Yes, sir.
lectures on transition element others. You will see every word is a question in the paper, students. So
Yes,
be
sir.
careful what we are saying. Now we are coming to the most important part of the alcohol, where another question is always there. I am talking of the oxidation reaction, student. Oxidation. Organic chemistry, I am talking a lot of oxidation. Oh my God, oxidation. What is the meaning of oxidation? Means, what is oxidation? You said addition of oxygen. That is what we say. Or you told me removal of hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Yes, sir.
So we will remove the hydrogen, then what will happen? Supposing if you have alcohol, student, where is alcohol? This is your alcohol, which we said. This is our alcohol, student. Let me put R here, okay? It can be anything. It is our alcohol. Okay?
Yes, sir.
This is my oxygen. Okay? This is one hydrogen. There is a hydrogen on this carbon.
Okay.
There is a hydrogen here. Is it there or not?
Yes, sir.
I have to get rid of these. This will have to go -2 hydrogen out. If I remove these hydrogens, student, what is going to happen? If I remove these hydrogen, what is going to happen? Oxidation. Okay? Then
Yes, sir.
what can happen? What can happen? What can happen, student? If I have something like this, will be a double bond. This hydrogen out, this hydrogen out. Then what will happen? This will become a double bond. Is an example of oxidation.
Yes, sir.
But further, this hydrogen, if this also goes, then what can happen? Something like this. This is an oxidation. I say, okay, this is a mild oxidation. And this I say is a strong oxidation.
Yes, sir.
Strong oxidation. Further, one step more. Carboxylic acid. And further, if I say, okay, more oxidation, then what happens? Carbon dioxide. And what do you get? Water and all that. Last stage of anything, you burn. When you burn something, what happens, student? Combustion. You have seen how the combustion products are there. Everything is burnt out. So in our
Yes,
case,
sir.
what is going to happen, student? If I say oxidation, let me understand. If I say oxidation, student, that means I am going from mild oxidation, strong oxidation. In my case, only two steps. This is mild, this is strong. And if I have this type of, alcohol, R1, R2, H, OH. This is also alcohol. What type of alcohol was this? 1 degree? Tell me, what type of alcohol is this? 2 degree?
Yes, sir.
Secondary alcohol. Okay, you said, sir, oxidize kar dete hain. Look, let me do the oxidation. What will you do? You said remove this hydrogen. Remove this hydrogen. So minus 2H. Then what you are getting? R1C double bond R2. What was this? Aldehyde?
Yes, sir.
And what is the name of this? What you are getting here? Try to understand, student, what I am talking. Understand what is this? You know what is this group? What is the name of this functional group? This group is called. What is this group, students? You know it. This group is aldehyde. This group is ketone.
Aldehyde, sir. Ketone.
We know the difference. We have been telling you again and again. Keep revising, student. This is aldehyde. This is ketone. 2 degree alcohols are going to give you ketone, and it is not easy to oxidize ketone. It is not easy to oxidize ketones to carboxylic acid. So this will stop here. Primary alcohols will go up to carboxylic acid. Aldehyde to carboxylic acid. Ketones you can use mild or strong, makes no difference. Mild or strong. What will be the product? Ketones. Noted point? Very important, very important. What I am saying, student, when I say note down, 1 degree alcohol, students, on oxidation can give you aldehyde, mild and strong. They will produce carboxylic acid.
Okay, sir.
But you have 2 degree. If you have 2 degree, you on oxidation, they will give RC double bond OR dash. What they are giving? Only ketones. And ketones cannot be oxidized by these oxidizing agents. See the difference?
Okay, sir.
See the difference? Primary alcohols can give aldehyde, and on stronger oxidization, it will convert into carboxylic acid. And what happens in the case of 2 degree alcohol? You will always get the ketones. In the exam, if questions are given, that should be clear to you, students. Carboxylic acid.
Okay, sir.
Aldehydes. So you should know where we have to stop. Got it?
Okay, sir.
A and B. Their question will be there in the paper, so you have to be sure what product you are writing.
Okay.
So we started understanding about the oxidation process, student. Oxidation process.
Okay, sir.
So this is also, we can say that this oxidation is also an example of dehydrogenation. There's a loss of hydrogen. What do
Yes,
you mean
hydrogen.
loss of hydrogen? Loss of hydrogen is what? Dehydrogenation.
Hmm.
Now the question is oxidizing agents in organic chemistry.
Hmm.
What type of oxidizing agents are available to us? I said there are two. One are weak oxidizing agents or mild oxidizing agents.
Hmm.
And there can be strong oxidizing agents. Students,
Okay.
strong oxidizing agents.
Okay, sir.
So strong oxidizing agents will be then alcohols, you know, RCH2OH primary 1 degree will be oxidized to
Mm-hmm.
carboxylic acids.
Yes, sir.
And in the case of mild 1 degree alcohols will give aldehydes,
Hmm.
and 2 degree alcohols always produce ketones.
Okay, sir.
We already told you oxidation process.
Hmm.
And further 3 degree alcohols, no oxidation. There is no oxidation. Important points to note down, student. What is a tertiary alcohol?
Hmm.
You have something like this. This is a tertiary alcohol.
Hmm.
There is no
Yes,
hydrogen
sir.
on this carbon. There is no hydrogen on this carbon, student. There is no hydrogen which is present on this carbon. This is a
Hmm.
CH3 group. CH3
Okay.
group, there is no hydrogen on this carbon, then what will happen? Then there will be no oxidation. No oxidation, students. There is no oxidation in this case because there is no hydrogen present in this case.
Okay.
Okay? Rather,
Hmm.
the reaction which can take place will show you in the case of the copper when I will use, there will be elimination reaction. We will show you that type of reaction.
Huh.
So some of the oxidizing agent, student, which we are using, some of the oxidizing agent which we are using, student, mild oxidizing agents, we should know about them because questions will be there.
Hmm.
One is PCC, very important, which will be used in our cases, student. It is called pyridinium. Pyridinium, student, pyridinium chlorochromate.
Okay, sir.
Pyridinium chlorochromate is called PCC. It's a mild oxidizing agent. It
Hmm.
contains CrO3 plus pyridine plus HCl plus HCl.
Excellent.
This is a mixture of these
Hmm.
two. Where in the exam you can write PCC.
Okay, sir.
And there is another one, CrO3, students. CrO3 is also used. Chromium trioxide, students. CrO3. CrO3.
Hmm.
These are the ones which will be used by us commonly, students. PCC and chromium trioxide are mild oxidizing agent. This is also called Jones reagent. Jones reagent. What they will call as
Hmm.
the Jones reagent. Now, the strong oxidizing agent, students, are also there. Strong oxidizing agents are also there. For example, you are aware of potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, students. They can be used as strong oxidizing agent. KMnO4,
Hmm.
potassium permanganate, in the presence of acids, they act as strong oxidizing agents in organic chemistry.
Yes, sir.
There will be more which we will continue to discuss as we will discuss more of the reaction, students. So,
Okay.
for example, students, you are given question one, you have to write the products. You have to write the product, student. You have to write the products. In these two cases, you are getting 30 seconds.
Okay.
Write down the product, students.
Writing, sir.
Okay.
Yes, written.
What is the first answer, student?
Sir,
Aldehyde.
hmm.
What is the second answer? Aldehyde. Important point to note is that PCC, this PCC does not react with double bond. It does nothing with a double,
Okay, sir.
does not oxidize
Double one.
double bond. It's important point. Important.
Okay.
It will attack triple bond, but not the double bond, because
Double bond.
otherwise you have seen double bonds are also going to be oxidized. You have seen one reaction of ozonolysis of the alkene students. But this was important, that why this question was given. Double bond is remaining the same, only mild oxidizing agent. This is oxidized to this acid. You can see that. And in this case, what is the product, students? What is the answer of the third question? You are getting a ketone because it is a 2-degree alcohol. You can use any reagent, answer will be ketone.
Okay, sir.
It will be difficult to oxidize ketone, then you will have to break these bonds and you have to heat and do more oxidation. What is the name of this? This is your
Name what?
What is the IUPAC name of this compound?
Yes, sir. So this is 2 propone.
What is the need of 2-propanone? Only propanone.
Okay.
Only one compound. Numbering is given when more
Propanone.
isomers are possible. Only one is a propanone. It's called acetone. Acetone.
Yes, sir.
Another important reaction is that, students, tertiary alcohols are not oxidized. We have already told you very clearly there is no hydrogen attached to the carbon which is attached to the OH group. And copper has also been used. Copper has also been used, student, for oxidation process vapors. When vapors of alcohols are passed over heated copper. Heated copper, 573 Kelvin. You will take a tube made up of copper, and pass alcohol on it. Temperature 573 Kelvin, students. Then what happens? You have C3CH2OH. I'm saying copper 573 Kelvin. Question
Yes,
one.
sir.
Question 2, you have to write the products. I'm saying CH3, CHOH, CH3, copper 573 Kelvin. Write the products. Question 3, we are saying CH3, CH3, CH3OH, copper 573 Kelvin. Write the products. You have 30 seconds for each question. Important question.
Okay, sir. Sir, first is done.
What is the answer?
Ethanol.
CH3, CHO. What is the answer of the second one?
Sir, I'm doing second right now.
क्लास स्टार्ट हो गया
Sir, second is 2 minutes, sir. Sir, second will give us it'll be a ketone, propanol.
Propanol.
Yes, sir.
And what is the third?
The third will be CH3 C double bond CH2 CH3.
Yes, this question was given in the paper. The elimination,
Okay.
this will undergo dehydration. Dehydration, student, loss of water minus H2O. So the result is the formation of, because tertiary alcohols are not oxidized. 3-degree alcohols
Not oxidized.
do not undergo oxidation.
Mm-hmm.
Important point to note for the exam students, because this carbon does not have a hydrogen. This carbon doesn't have a hydrogen. The carbon attached to OH doesn't have a hydrogen. So loss of water is, here is not taking place. Oxidation is not taking place. Oxidation is not taking place. Then elimination takes place. The result you have already seen what is happening. C double bond 2 C. Elimination. Elimination takes place to form product is alkene. Important question for the paper student. Alkene is produced. One more important point to be noted, student. There is something called biological oxidation. A question was given on this biological oxidation. There are two alcohols. One is methanol and other is ethanol. What happens, students? Sometimes you have heard people drinking alcohol and dying. What is that actually? Actually, methanol is poisonous. And alcohol, this is used in alcoholic drinks. See the difference between the two. And if methanol is mixed in the ethanol, student, what will happen? Then if methanol gets mixed in the ethanol and this is people drink by mistake that alcohol which contains methanol, then this can cause night blindness and even death. There is something called a denatured alcohol.
Okay.
Denatured alcohol. Actually, when they manufacture alcohol in the industry, student, the sugar industry, alcohol is produced, but they denature it, they spoil it by addition of mixed with, when ethanol is mixed with methanol, student, then we call it denatured alcohol, because then it becomes poisonous, and if we consume that, it can cause students, what it can cause blindness, and even in severe cases death.
Yes, sir.
So those bad alcohols which they contain methanol. The reason is that in the body they get oxidized. And this will first get oxidized to formaldehyde, and further oxidation will give me methanoic acid. Okay. Methanoic acid, and this will get oxidized to CH3CHO, and further oxidation will give you CH3. This is our acetic acid, vinegar. And this you are using vinegar. This is poisonous, students.
Yes, sir.
And this is a formic acid which will cause this blindness. So if a patient takes students methanol, it is, I'm saying, poisonous. Is a poison. So he has in the stomach methanol, student.
Okay, sir.
Then what they are injecting, what they will give to the patient, what they will do the patient, they will give CH3CH2OH, dilute it. Dilute it with this. Okay? Diluted ethanol. Because then in the body, what will happen, that instead of this, oxidation of this will take place. Okay? Because the enzyme which is responsible for oxidation of formaldehyde to acid The enzymes are there which are oxidizing inside the body. The oxidation takes place by certain enzyme students, which will oxidize
Okay,
HCl
sir.
to then they will be busy in oxidizing this. So there will be time to excrete methanol from the kidney.
Okay.
Few kidney, then medical doctors will remove that. So basically, these are some of the ways where chemistry is useful in our everyday life, students, because somewhere a question was given on denatured alcohol. That is why I've mentioned this. Denatured alcohol is actually ethanol containing some methanol, or there is other ways of denaturing alcohol also, because people start drinking this alcohol, ethanol.
Hmm.
But methanol is a poison,
Yes, sir.
because when it will get oxidized, it will produce formic acid, which is a poison.
Okay, sir.
Those are difference between the chemical compounds comes when we use them.
Hmm.
Okay, then the
Okay.
reactions of the alcohols are finished. We will continue in the next lecture on
Okay.
reactions of phenols, and we
Okay.
will
Thank you,
see
sir.
you in the next class with reactions of the phenols. Students,
Okay.
okay, good night.
Thank you, sir.
Keep revising and making your notes properly. They will help you.
Oh, yes, sir.